Me and my advocate are talking about California should repeal the $15 an hour minimum wage mandate that was recently adopted. Our three main points are substantial harm to small business owners, unemployment for unskilled workers, and inflation. I want to start out with a statistic, and that is the average salary in California is about $51,910, or an average hourly pay of $24.96, which covers 14 million workers. I just want you to just keep that in the back of your head. And obviously this mandate is directed toward fast food restaurants and grocery chains, which is why it overlooks the repercussions on small business owners. Obviously, fast food restaurants like McDonald's can afford this mandate, but those small business owners will have a hard time recovering from it, causing employees there to lose their jobs. Either they'll lose their jobs for sure, and it'll lead to computerization, which fast food chains and grocery chains can afford. You already see this in places like Walmart and Sam's Club, because of the low wages. This means that only 18% of individuals who make wages close to the minimum wage, those who work at fast food chains or groceries, will be affected positively. So the percentage of individuals that through all together are only 18% of those work in like fast food chains and stuff, and those people are the ones asking for the $15 an hour mandate, and like that's a very small percent compared to all the others. Goes on by saying, causing all the others, or 82% of the workforce making the same amount, be affected negatively, because those employers will not have enough funds. It'll lead to unemployment. So there's the statistic shows. So the effects are clear when you stop in a fast food restaurant. McDonald's prices have gone up so much that its famous dollar menu now includes items that cost more than $1. A recent Bloomberg News article reported part of the reason Bloomberg reports is Minnesota, California, and Michigan have recently hiked minimum pay levels already. And this is from USA Today. The second point, unemployment for unskilled workers. Because of labor becoming costly, employers will become very alert. They will hire those who are more reliable and competent so that they can get more for their money. Those who work at minimum wage level here is only like 1 to 2%, but because of that very low percentage, those who have worked already really hard to get to the position they have already and are making $15 an hour already will be treated unfairly. The percentage for those earning minimum wage will spike, and the living standards would go down. There is okay, so that will go down, and there is another statistic that states that the economists recently estimated that given how rich the U.S. is and the pattern among other advanced economies in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, one would expect America to pay a minimum wage around $12 an hour. And this is from Pew Research Center. And what I'm trying to tell you is that $15 an hour is too much, and it'll cause inflation, my third point. It is highly unlikely that those who are earning $15 an hour will get more than that because of the significant minimum wage increase. And those who start earning that much because of the increase will cause the prices of items to be adjusted for inflation. $15 an hour will actually hurt the others. The states with the lowest percentage of hourly paid workers earning at or below the federal minimum wage were Alaska, California, Oregon. This shows that there is no need for a higher minimum wage because if you look at the federal level, only 1 to 2% of workers even have an hourly wage close to the minimum wage. Politicians and voters generally concerned with the plight of low-wage workers would be better off focusing on increasing their skills by improving education than on forcing employers to pay low-skilled workers more than they are worth. Having a higher minimum wage means giving more money to those who don't actually deserve it, maybe because of their education or background causing mayhem. More people, increasing the minimum wage is a risk. More people would experience a pay increase while no one would end up shut out of employment altogether. There's unavoidably a risk that they're wrong, though. That the results of this experiment would be more people who end up with nothing. That risk seems especially high because California is operating in a data vacuum. And all the risk would be borne by entry-level, low-income workers, the very people that a higher minimum wage is supposed to help. So if we move money from richer people to poorer, which is the aim of a raise in the minimum wage in the first place, then we will indeed see an increase in aggregate demand of about 15% of the total rise in wages. Thank you.